All right, what up, people? What's going on? What's popping? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? What's the deal? So, today's show, I'm talking about how if you can't attract women, it's your goddamn fault, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, people. Sorry to break it to you like this. What's going on? Eastern Conversation in the building. Kenwood Drive. Enemies defeated. Modern Day Mentor was good. Darrell S was popping. Remember, guys, make sure you get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day ebook, hard copy, audiobook. Make sure you guys get your copy today. Click the link below to get your copy of How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. You feel what I'm saying? Also, make sure you guys get the Man the Fuck Up hoodies. You feel what I'm saying? It is cold as shit today. It's like freaking 15 degrees outside and all that. So you definitely want to get the hoodies. You know, I don't know. Some of you guys are probably in hot weather areas. So, but if you are, in the cold, you want to get the Man the Fuck Up hoodies. You feel what I'm saying? Click that link below to order your Man the Fuck Up hoodies. You feel what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk about how you got to understand that if you are not getting shit popping with women, okay? If you're not getting things going, you have to take responsibility for that. You understand? So understand that it's always your fault. You feel what I'm saying? Brian, you said is the audiobook on Audible? Yes, on Audible, but if you get it on Audible, you can't get the two bonus products. So if you get this book, the audiobook on Audible, or you get this book on Amazon, you don't get the bonus products. You feel what I'm saying? So the bonus products are the Confidence Booster and the Conversation Booster. So those are the two bonus products when you get it on my site. But if you don't get it on my site, you just get the actual one thing and you don't get the bonus. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what it is. But yeah, you got it. What up, John Harris was popping. Nate was good. So you got to understand that if you are not getting what you want in the game, right? It's your fault. It's nobody else's fault. You understand? You have to be the one to put in the work, to figure out what you need to do, and to go out there and make it happen. Right? See, a lot of dudes, what I notice, on the internet or even just like, people that I meet in general, they, I see guys blaming women all the time. Oh, these women are bitches and these chicks are whores and it's fucked up and yada, yada, yada. You understand? And those are from guys who are frustrated in the game. You feel what I'm saying? So there's a lot of dudes who's frustrated in the game and that frustration comes out in the shit they say online, just their energy. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what makes it harder for them to even get girls in the first place. Because they're so damn frustrated and, thirsty and all this other shit. And that makes it hard for them to get the girls. But what a lot of these dudes don't understand is that it's their responsibility to be able to get what they want out of this game. Right? So even when you have, even when you have people like myself who are, coaches and shit, right? The coaches are here to help you help yourself. You see what I'm saying? What up, Joe Blast? What's going on? The coaches are here to help you help yourself. But see, what happens is a lot of dudes out there don't even take the game and apply it. So they'll watch all the videos. They'll talk a whole bunch of shit. They'll talk about, how they think it's supposed to be instead of actually taking action. You understand? Well, I'm going to take calls in a second. So dudes got to take action. But guys don't actually want to go and take action. And then therefore nothing happens. Also, too, you have to be very careful when we talk about you learning the game and learning certain things. You have to be very careful about who you take advice from. This is why I always talk about thinking critically. You understand? And this is why I say you should go out there and try out what you learned. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of guys out there who don't have critical thinking skills. They hear a whole bunch of bullshit online from people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then they go and try all of this shit and they wonder why they're not getting results. They wonder why nothing's happening. And it's because they don't critically think. And it's also because even when they do try certain things, you understand, they're doing the same things over and over, not realizing that they're not doing the correct things. And then they get upset and they're frustrated and all this other stuff. Also, a lot of dudes have unrealistic expectations in the game. So what I mean is, you got a guy who is scared to talk to girls, who maybe had sex with one girl in his life, or he could even be a virgin, never fucked any chicks. And he wants to like read a book or watch a video or go to like one seminar and expect that next week he's going to be swimming in pussy. You understand? And so that's his fault for being naive. You see what I'm saying? That's on him. Because see, what happens is that same guy, he's going to be like, oh, this is some bullshit. This shit don't work, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you didn't work the shit. Therefore, it didn't work for you. You see what I'm saying? So, guys got to get more realistic about this shit and understand that it's your fault. It's you. You have to figure out, what do you have to do for you to make shit happen? This is why when dudes always talking about looks and money and, oh, this guy, he's probably getting more girls because I'm like, why are you paying attention to that guy? You understand? Why are you paying attention to that guy? You said is PUA the type of the type of pandering to women? What do you mean by that? Soji007. Mike, you said, how long does it take to get to level 10 in game? What's the level 10 in game? Y'all asking some interesting questions. What are you talking about? Real 1504, you said you can't apply this shit. Why can't you apply it? You see what I'm saying? And a lot of this has to do with your mindset. A lot of dudes have a mindset that they can't make it happen. And this is why shit don't, it don't go the way they want it to go. You said level 10 means you're getting it out there. You got to break that down, bro. So you said seeking approval from women. Well, the thing is, I'm not a pickup artist, so I'm not too familiar with all of the ins and outs of pickup artistry. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know all of the techniques and whatever. But from what I've seen and what I've known, I wouldn't say it's pandering to women. I would say, there are certain things that they'll do to make it more likely that they, get the girl, meaning, have sex with her. You understand? So on the surface, it may look like they're pandering, right? But what it is that a pickup artist might do a certain thing because he knows doing this certain thing is going to influence that girl to buy into him. Now, whether that thing is him, doing some goofy shit, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? What up, EO? What's popping, bro? He said, I said a magical word, mindset. Exactly. Yo, EO, we got to do another joint together, bro. We got to do another joint together. Real talk. But the thing with the PUA thing is that it's like this. Let's say, for example, a company wanted you to buy something. They wanted you to buy, like, I don't know, a fucking, like, let's say, like, they wanted you to buy these headphones or some shit. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? They may present a certain type of image or energy to you with their commercial or whatever it is to entice you to buy. So that's basically kind of what like PUAs do, is that they're presenting a certain thing to get the woman in a certain mind frame to be able to fuck with them. You understand what I'm saying? Now, some of them will, I know some cats will lie or pretend to be certain ways or do goofy shit like that. Like, I don't necessarily like condone that. You understand what I'm saying? But but it's that's what they do. You know what I mean? That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? But the thing with you know PUA, from what I see, a lot of it is just more so geared towards picking up chicks and sleeping with them. You feel what I'm saying? And so what I teach as far as being a coach, a dating and life coach, I teach more of, you know, a lot of more well-rounded type of situations when it comes to dealing with women, because I teach a lot about manhood. You understand what I'm saying? And so that encompasses all of those things. That's why I'm not really into like lying to chicks, doing a whole bunch of goofy shit like that, or fucking pretending to be this way and all of that just to get some sex. Because I'm like, the sex is not really that important, and the sex is going to happen and come, and you're going to acquire more sex and relationships and whatever you're trying to do by becoming, the type of guy who is that attractive dude. You feel what I'm saying? So So the thing is, when you French, you said what's your thoughts on lowering your standards because you're horny? I mean, it depends, because this is the thing. If you the type of guy, right? And I'll say like this. Generally, you don't want to lower your standards. You understand? But if it's a situation where, you haven't had sex in like fucking 2 years or some shit, and you see a chick who's like, you would consider like a 5 or a 6, you understand that she got a fat ass, and you're like, and she's trying to throw it at you, and you ain't had sex in a long time, then fuck it. You're going to do what you got to do. But what you don't want to get into a habit of, you don't want to get into a habit of lowering your standards all the time, because then what happens is that, you become used to dealing with those type of girls, and that becomes your comfort zone, and then you don't push yourself to better yourself and do better. You understand? And at the same time, what you want to do is you want to get yourself to the point where you won't ever have to lower your standards. You understand? Because your game is so heavy that you're attracting the type of quality women you want consistently. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you really want to be at. You don't want to have to, be out here, just taking what you could get. You want to be the type of dude who, you got shit popping to the point where you could just, go out there and get what you want to get, and have a team of women who's going to want to fuck with you. Aces, you said, what's your thoughts on cold approaching in front of mad people in public, like the train, if you're an introvert? Nigga, just do this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is in your head, man. All that shit of you feeling a certain type of way. Who cares about is a bunch of people? What they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You ain't never gonna see these people again. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Man. But yeah, that's the thing, is that, you guys gotta understand that if you're not getting shit popping, you can't blame anybody else. There's too much blaming online. I see these guys on their videos talking shit all the time. Oh, it's these women are fucked up, and this and that, and it's this and it's that thing. And I'm just like, yo, bruh, you're in the situation you're in because you put yourself in that situation. Because if you wanted to step up your game, you would. It's that simple. You understand? It's that simple. But dudes want to blame it on everything else. They say, oh, well, none of this is going to work unless I'm good looking. Okay, well, that's what you think. And this is why you're going to be where you're going to be at. Dudes will say, oh, well, chicks only want money. Okay, that's how you think. Therefore, this is why you're going to be where you're going to be at. You understand? So that's what dudes got to understand, that it's their fault. They're the ones who are creating the reality they have. You understand? They're the ones creating that shit. You said, what do I think about the red pill in general? What do you mean as far as the red pill? You talking about like the what is it, the real nature of women and all that stuff, dudes? You talking about online? And this is what guys gotta understand. This is the funny part. You gotta realize that different guys are having different experiences, right? But so, for example, you're gonna have one guy who has nothing going on with chicks, another guy who may have like a girlfriend or a long-term chick or whatever. He's like just you know, usually in a relationship. You understand? He just jumps from relationship to relationship. And you got guys who, you know, have a whole bunch of chicks they could choose from. Now, a lot of times guys, they'll think the guys who have a whole bunch of chicks to choose from are just the good-looking guys with a lot of money. That's just the simple way that guys think about this shit. You understand? The funny part is you have guys who are actually good-looking and who have money who still have trouble getting women. Why? Because they have no sex appeal. Then you have guys who are average looking with, you know, regular money or no money, and they can fuck chicks all day because they actually have sex appeal. See, when you talk about sex appeal, a lot of dudes, they just think about, oh, you got to be a certain, like a good looking dude, like a, you know, you got to be 6 foot, 6-pack, all this other shit, and that's it. You could be a physically attractive guy and still have no sex appeal. You understand what I'm saying? But dudes are gonna experience different things. So you have the guy over here who's not getting no pussy, and he's thinking, oh, well, I can't get no pussy because I don't look good. And if I looked like this other guy over here, I'd be getting a whole bunch of ass. But then the same guy they're describing, there's a guy in that same situation he's in. You understand? So that same guy saying, well, I'm not good looking enough. There's another guy who he would think is good looking who's still not getting any sex like he's not getting. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the thing. Like, but again, what all men have the power to do, and I've been saying this till I'm blue in the fucking face for the past 10 years, is to step up their game. That's what dudes don't understand. Everybody want the fucking easy way out. They're trying to look for the loopholes. They're trying to you know find the fucking formulas and shit. And I'm like, bruh, work on yourself. Work on yourself. What guys don't understand is this: women, right? Women gravitate to the men who make them feel things. The men who tap into their emotions. You understand? Why do you think women like all the fucking, 50 Shades of Grey type of books and, you know, all of that goofy shit? Women be, falling in love with these damn R&B songs and shit and all. It's because it makes them feel a certain way. You feel what I'm saying? Makes them feel a certain way. You said what's sex appeal? How can it be done? And it's funny because I'm actually gonna be coming out. This is why you guys got to get on the Bad Boy membership. I'm coming out with my next Bad Boy membership program. It's called How to Increase Your Sex Appeal. So I'm gonna be going in on that heavy. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see who this is. You, what's going on?
Mike.
Papa, who's this?
Hello? Mike.
Who's this?
Mike.
Oh, Mike, what's going on?
Yeah, real quick. I'm not going to take long.
Mm-hmm.
But getting good in game is basically sales, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why a lot of guys don't want to do it is because most people don't like to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you're doing when you're going up to women and talking to them. You're selling, dude.
No, not necessarily. It depends on how you're doing it. It depends on how you're playing the game. Because
no, but
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to hear what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
No, I mean the reason why that, because I used to sell cars, so and people would come into the dealership, but I mean think about it very logically, dude. What you're talking about is going out talking to women. You're basically cold approaching, right? and you are selling yourself to another human being. That's what you're doing. And the reality is, most people don't like to sell. That's why they're not going to do it.
Well, look at it this way. Look at it this way.
Okay.
How about, let's say if you were, let's say you're P Diddy, right?
Right.
And you're going to a music conference, right?
Okay.
And
right.
you're looking for new acts to sign to your label.
Right.
Right. Are you selling to them, or are they trying to impress you to get on the label?
I would say it's more the artist trying to sell to the executive.
Right. Right. And why is that? Why are they trying to sell to him, but you know what I'm saying, he's not trying to like run after them?
Well, sometimes they do run after you, dude, if you're hot. So it could go both ways, but if you're a really hot rapper or music artist and you've developed a buzz, sometimes there'll be a bidding war for you. So it depends on the situation, but most of the time I would say, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, so what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is that you have to create a dynamic, and even what you said is right. There could be where the artist is hot and then the label is trying to, you know what I'm saying, like holler at them. You understand what I'm saying? But in either situation, the person who is the you know, the more quote unquote valuable in the situation is choosing whether or not they want to fuck with this person or not. You see what I'm saying? So the more valuable one is not selling themselves. See, the thing is, this is what guys get confused. They think that approaching a woman, right, is chasing. You understand? That's not chasing. That's not you trying to sell yourself to the girl.
It's not chasing. You have to listen. Everything that you talk about, not everything, but most of the stuff you talk about is sales, dude. I mean, if you break it down, it's sales.
No, but I don't agree with that though. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Okay, but listen, if you go up to another person, I don't care who they are. In this case, we're talking about attracting women, and you're influencing them, because those are the words you use. Influence.
Right.
Influence is sales.
No. But this is what I'm saying. Okay. This is what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is that what you're saying isn't incorrect. What I'm saying is that you are saying it as if that is the only way to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, hold on. So what I'm saying is that if you're coming at the game like you're a salesman, you understand what I'm saying? Then that's the type of energy you're going to have. You understand? Versus if you're coming at the game where you are the one, you know, bringing that value. You understand? And then you're seeing, okay, let me see who I'm going to choose to be part of what I'm doing. You understand?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, no, absolutely. If you have the right, posture, you could do that. But you're still, the other person still has to cooperate with you. And if there's another person that needs to cooperate with you in order for you to get what you want, there's a sales process there, and there's also when you're selling, you're closing too.
But this is what. See, and again, this is what you're not getting. Again, I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is this: is that the way that you're looking at it, you understand what I'm saying, and the way that you're framing it is you're framing it as if you are trying to sell to the woman. You understand? You see what I'm saying? Like you're trying to get her to you know, you're like, hey, this is what I'm presenting, and I hope you buy this because I want the sale. You understand? What I'm saying to you is that when you approach a woman, you understand, it's not about you see, and this is what I teach, because you're talking about what I teach. What I teach guys is this. What I teach guys is first understand who you are as a man first. Understand your purpose first. You understand what I'm saying? Understand what you're talking about right now. Now, when you approach a woman, you don't approach a woman to see if she likes you. You approach a woman to see if you like her. You understand?
Okay.
It's two different things. So that's what I'm saying. Well, go ahead. What are you saying?
But the point is that. Okay, I'm going to use you as an example again because I like to use reference points. you're good. You're a good salesperson because you're sitting in front of this camera and you're talking to us. You have a good mouthpiece. You obviously developed your communication skills.
Right.
Okay. Because it's not easy to sit in front of a camera and talk for an hour and a half. It's not easy. I mean, not most guys can't do that unless they have some type of communication skills which they develop somewhere. Okay, that's why for a guy like you, it would be a lot easier to go out and talk to women because you know how to speak to them. So if there's a guy watching you right now and he's not good at that, and he's also he's not very social or not enough being social. Maybe there's some guys are introverts, dude. They're just different personalities. He's gonna have a harder time than somebody like you who likes to talk.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying?
No, probably. And the thing that he would need to do is he would need to realize, he would say, damn, because of my personality or my energy or how I'm coming at the game, I might have a harder time. So since I'm aware of this, and this is what I got to tell guys about awareness, you got to be aware of where you're at and where you're trying to go. Since you're aware of this, you got to say, okay, what do I need to do? You understand?
Right.
To get to that level. You see what I mean? And so this is why I say this is the title of the show, where I say it's your fault if you're not attracted to women, because you need to say, okay, what do I need to do to get from point A to point B? Being that I'm this way. You see what I'm saying?
I know, I agree with you. The real issue is, and most guys, if they're honest with themselves, they'll tell themselves, yeah, this is what I need to improve with. But here's the reality. The real issue is, are you willing to change and do it, right?
Exactly.
Like, let me give you an example, because it's not just communication. It's just a little bit of sales. It's, are you willing to step out of your comfort zone and do whatever you have to do to get 5 to 10 women in rotation? And most guys are not willing to do that, dude.
Right, I agree, and that's what I'm saying.
Let's be real here.
I agree.
You're willing to do it. I'm willing to do it, but I've had to watch your videos and like sell myself on the idea, because I don't like going up to. Before, I didn't like going up to random strangers. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. But if a guy out there wants to do that, you don't have a choice but to do that, dude. You have to do it.
Right,
Otherwise,
I agree.
You're not going to get 5 to 10 women in rotation. It's almost impossible unless you're famous, dude. Like these are the mating rules in the world that we're living in right now. It's not. It's got nothing to do with your opinion or anybody's opinion. These are the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I agree.
You got to put yourself out there. So, but I mean, sales. I think sales and closing and getting phone numbers and following up with women and all that. To me, that's sales, dude. That's the same thing as somebody working in an office, picking up the phone, calling this person, and they're trying to develop a relationship with them, and then the guy says, I'm not interested, but call me back next week. Because women will tell you that, like, call me back next week. Well, are you going to follow up?
Right, but this is what I'm trying to explain to you, is that what I'm saying to you is, what you're saying is not incorrect. I'm saying that that's another style of doing it. You understand? Which you can do if that's how you want to do it. But there's also another style, just like when you've heard before where, I said this myself, Steve Dedeen has talked about this, some other people's talked about this, where instead of you getting a girl's number, you give her your number. You see what I'm saying? So now, when you give her the number, you feel what I'm saying? Then you're telling her to call you, so now she's coming after you, so you're not selling anything to her. You see what I'm saying?
You do that? Hold on, let me ask you this.
Right.
You've done that, and that works for you?
Hell yeah. That's basically what I've been doing since the past 5-6 years. That's like my main shit. Like I don't be calling chicks. I just say, hey, yo, here's my information. Holla at me. You understand? And either they holla at me or they don't. You feel what I'm saying? And that's it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could approach it that way, dude. I guess that's possible.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's different ways to approach the game. You see what I mean? And so what I'm saying is this. What I want to teach guys is you want to build yourself up so that you become that high value dude, so that women actually want to do this. Because I've had a lot of guys that say, yo, I tell a girl to call me, but she don't call me, or I have a whole bunch of girls that don't call me. And I say the reason why they don't call you is because when they interact with you, they don't see a reason to call you back, because you haven't created yourself to be that reason. You understand? To be that guy she wants to
Right,
call
right.
back. That's it. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
No, absolutely. All right, bro. Listen, let me let you go.
Yeah,
let,
man.
Let some other people call in.
All right, bro. I'm holler at you, man. Peace. But yeah, that's what it is, guys. That's what it is. That's what you guys gotta understand, man. What up? That's what it is, man. Cause like a lot of dudes need to understand that they have to first work on their shit. Hold on. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, this is Lamar speaking.
What up? What's going on, bro?
Man, that shit, man. I was listening to the dude Mike talk. Pretty much talking about being a high value guy and everything. It's all in your mindset, though. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. But what's good with you though?
Yeah. It's like well, shit. I was just talking to this one bro. So I had one chick hit me up or whatever, like a fuck buddy or something. Just hit me up on a random day. She was just like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, what are you doing? She like, I'm trying to get out the house and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. Come over here and kick it and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she was like, okay, and do what? And I'm like, oh shit, I was just waiting to throw this movie on, and shit, you can come over and catch the movie with me. We can grab something to eat. You know what I'm saying? She like, okay. You already know, I'm just setting it up, I'm setting the ball up in the park like that. But so she gets to asking all these questions and shit. So she like, you gonna have a lot of people at your house? I'm like, nah, I live by myself and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in my mom's crib though, the whole time. So like, long story short, man, she was just asking a bunch of questions and shit, and I could sense that she was like kind of just wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to get a little bit of text messages, maybe put some attention to something. So I was just like, well, fuck it, you could just finish doing whatever you was doing. And I left it at that. She was like, okay. And then she just texted me like an hour after that. It was just like, but you told me to come over later and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the thing is, I think what you need to do more is you need to be more clear in your intentions. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because were you trying to smash?
Most definitely.
That's what you should have told her. You see what I'm saying? Be like, yo, come through.
It's a chick that I was already smashing, right? Because the situation is funny. It's like, you know how you got those chicks that you already smashing. Some women, they got this thing where it's like, if they know off the bat, they're like, oh, we ain't gonna do that. Like, oh, that's all you trying to do and shit. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on. So you smashed already?
Most definitely.
And so what's the big deal about you telling her to come through and smash? You already did that already.
I guess it's an ego thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it's an ego thing because I've been with it through the past. Like, so I figure I could just logically set the situation up for it to happen without openly expressing that. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying to you is why are you afraid to tell her that though? Why are you afraid to just tell her like, yo, come through so I could, hit it from the back? Like, what are you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the big deal about doing that?
No, it's not no big deal. I guess it's kind of as you could say, like kind of a scarcity thing. You know what I'm saying? To actually look at it from outside the situation, it's kind of like a scarcity thing. I'm guessing like because in the past, she would randomly hit me up. I'd be talking to other chicks and all that. You know what I'm saying? But she'll hit me up out the blue. And you know what I'm saying? I can obviously tell by the text messages she's trying to get together. So me setting the situation up, right? It's always, so what do you want to do? So I'm telling you to come over my house and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's quite obvious what I'm trying to do. But even when I do put that out there, like shit, I done did it before. Like, yeah, I'm trying to hit it from the back. Oh, that's all I knew that's all you wanted to do.
And that's what I'm saying. You got it. And when she say that, be like, hell yeah, that's all I want to do. So listen, when you ready to do that, holla at me. See, that's the problem. This is why it's always because see, you have to give women no room. You understand? Zero room to play games. Because look, if the fact that she's already asking you what we gonna do means you're not clear in what you telling her y'all gonna do. So if you say to her, look, come through because I'm trying to smash. Come through, we're gonna smash. You're gonna probably eat something afterwards, and then whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So she's either gonna be down with it or not. Now, if she starts saying, "Oh, is that all you want?" Yes, that's all I want. That is exactly what I want. So, are you coming over? Yes or no? You understand what I'm saying? That's it. And then if she's like, "Oh, I don't know about." Well, holla at me later when you're ready to come through. This is the thing, when you're so clear with it, you understand? What happens is that it's like, and this is the problem. When you're not clear, because let's say for sake of argument, this girl likes you, like as far as like, you know, as far as boyfriendy type of shit. Like let's say she's thinking about, damn, I really like this guy, you know, and when women start thinking that way as far as a boyfriendy type of energy, that's when they start asking those questions. But the reason why they start asking those questions is because you weren't clear from the jump that it was just about fucking. You feel what I'm saying? So it's almost like if I have a store and I sell, you know, hot dogs and hamburgers and cheeseburgers and pizza and, you know, and fucking tennis shoes and I'm like Walmart. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I got all of these options. So what's going to happen is she's not going to know. She's not really sure how I'm going to come at her. So she's thinking it's a possibility. You understand? That she could get some fucking hamburgers. You understand? But if I'm only a shoe store, if all I sell is shoes in my store, you understand? When she hollers at me, she knows all she's getting is shoes. You understand? But if I have all these extra things, this is when all the questions gonna be happening. Because if I say come to my shoe store, you understand? She's not gonna be like, oh, what are we doing? You already know what we're doing. We're trying on some fucking shoes. If I say come to Walmart, she's gonna be like, what are we doing? Why? Because there's so many different options to do shit. So when you're interacting with women and you being a little, you know what I'm saying? Because you're like, yeah, we might come over and watch TV or you might do some other shit. That gives her so many other opportunities to feel you out to see where she stands in your situation. So when you want to just smash a girl, when you just want to have sex with a girl, you have to let her know we just having sex, period. That's all you mean to me in this situation. So you have to say that with your words and your actions. You see what I mean?
Got you.
That's all you got to do. Because it sounds like you scared. You know, it sounds like you scared to tell her because you could see that she probably want a little more, and then you scared to just tell her let's fuck because you think if you tell her let's fuck, she's just gonna automatically stop fucking with you. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, she actually might stop fucking with you because you haven't from the beginning let her know what it was from the beginning. You understand what I'm saying?
And
because,
I mean, that's the thing though, because like, the thing was like, you know what I'm saying? She was a consistent fuck buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She was a consistent fuck buddy, and you know how when it's consistent, right? And you know it's constantly happening. It comes a point of time where where they start, you know. So what are we like? How do you feel about me?
And wait, let me hold on. Let me ask you a question. Though.
Right.
In any of those times when y'all was fucking around, did you have her spend a night?
Fuck no, I went over her crib most of the time.
Okay, and did you ever spend a night at her crib?
Hell no.
Did you ever take her out on a date?
Hell no.
Did you ever fucking like just eat some food at her house and all that? Like, what I'm trying to say is, have you ever on one occasion or multiple occasions done anything outside of sex?
No.
So then what are you afraid of asking her to fuck then? If that's all y'all been doing anyway.
Right.
Because it sound like to me you probably were doing some extra shit with her that was outside of sex. Like maybe you was talking on the phone with her they saying you lying in the chat room. It sounded like you was probably talking on the phone with her for a long time. You probably bought her a present for her birthday or some shit. Like you did something else outside of just fucking.
Nah, the only other thing I might have offered her other than dick was the opportunity to actually probably go out for some drinks. That's it.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See, that's even that little thing is in, because look, chicks, you gotta understand something. Women like sex just as much as us. But what women also like is women also like the attention that men will give them that has nothing to do with sex. And this is why chicks be wanting boyfriends and all this other shit. You understand? So if you're doing anything outside, like if you have a girl who's your fuck buddy and y'all just fucking, you meet up, y'all have sex, and that's all you do. As soon as you start doing anything else outside of that, she'll start, thinking shit. She'll start thinking it's more than just, oh, maybe he's starting to like me. Maybe this means, you understand what I'm saying? So you literally, and this goes for any other chick you just fucking on some fuck buddy shit. You literally have to go to her crib. You understand what I'm saying? Or have her come to your house. Y'all have sex, and that's it. You see what I'm saying? If you start doing anything else outside of that, it leads into other types of feelings and emotions and all that other goofy shit. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you want that, that's fine. But do you understand? Then you can do that. But if you're trying to just smash, you have to keep it that way. So this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. You can't mix it up with women. If you dealing with a girl and you say to yourself, I want to have sex with this girl, you got to keep that shit at sex. If you see a girl who you want to have sex with, but you may also want other things with, you can do that with her. But any girl you want to just have sex with, you have to keep her as just sex, period. If you do anything outside of that, they're going to think it's something else. You understand? So that's what you got to keep doing. You just got to keep it at that. You understand? And that's what you need to do. You see what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm with you, man. I appreciate the advice, man. Because I'm actually still texting Shorty right now, so I'm trying to see how I'm gonna go about the situation or whatever.
Bro,
man.
tell her to come through and get it popping. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you later, man.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, peace.
All right.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you guys, you start doing that extra shit, you're gonna start thinking it's something else. Trust me, because I know. I used to do that shit all the time. You see what I'm saying? Moving this on says stop cupcaking. Real talk. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, is this Locario?
Yo, what's popping? Who's this? You got to turn down your computer or whatever you're watching me on, so I can hear it in the background.
Yeah. I got a quick question.
What's going on, bro? Yo, you got to turn down your joint in the background. I can hear all that shit. You got to turn all that down, bro.
All right, it's off.
All right, so what's good with you?
Okay, so I got a question. So what's the difference between giving a girl your number and taking her number?
So what's the difference between you giving her your number or you taking her number?
Yeah, because usually I be giving the girls my number, but sometimes I actually take their numbers and the results end up being different.
Well, the thing is it's not really like the main difference is this: when you give a girl your number, right, and you tell her to hit you, and this is what guys gotta understand. When you give a girl your number, you have to tell her when to hit you up. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta give her a day and a time. You understand? So you have to give a girl your number and give her instructions. You understand of what to do.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So sometimes what happens is if you don't give a girl instructions, if she's really, really, really feeling you, she'll still probably call you. But what you want to do is you want to give her instructions, not just so that she'll call you, but you want to see if she's following instructions. That's why you're doing it. You see what I'm saying? So that's part of it too.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. But if you get a girl's number, you can still get girls' numbers and hit them up and set something up. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, when a girl gets your number and she hits you up, that's showing 100% interest. When you get a girl's number, right, and you call her, you still don't know where her interest is. You see what I mean? So right. So you don't use, because the thing is, you hit her up and she be playing games or not hit you back up or whatever. But if she hits you up, when you tell her to hit you up, that's showing some interest. Now, you still, again, even beyond this, you still gotta, hang out with her, hook up, whatever, to see what she's really about. Because this chick could still call you, is showing interest, but then still be an attention whore. So you still gotta, see what's popping with it. But either way, it all depends on how you want to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So, I just like to give chicks my number a lot of times. Sometimes I'll get chicks' numbers and hit them up, but it's rare that I would do that, at this point in time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think my friend said it's like giving the girl's number is like shows more confidence, and it's kind of like it shows that if she's interested, she will hit you up. But taking her number, it could go either way. Right,
exactly. It can go either way because then also too, a lot of dudes, what they do is they take the number And so giving the girl the number differentiates you from most guys. You understand what I'm saying? And so that already within itself is you starting off on a different foot. So she sees you differently, which in turn, makes you more attractive to her in just in general. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. And like this one time, I approached the girl and I was like, hey, just let me get your number. And then I took her number and I went home and I kind of texted her like, hey, she took like a whole week to reply, right?
A week?
Like a whole week, yeah. And then like after she replied, it was like 10 minutes later I replied and like she didn't say nothing. Like it's almost been 2 months she didn't say nothing.
Well, yeah, that's a chick that ain't got no interest. That's what I'm saying. That's a chick who ain't really got no interest. That's some bullshit. So whenever you see that, you just charge that to the game. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me? But y'all, I appreciate the call, my dude. All right, I'm gonna holler at you later, bro.
Thank you.
Peace. Yep. Yeah, man. But yeah, you guys gotta, don't be scared to get these chicks your numbers, man. Yeah, he said that she took a whole week to reply. It's like, fuck that. We good. Let me see what this is. Yo, what's going on?
Oh, yo, this is Locario. This is Eli.
This who?
In the chat. Eli.
Alright, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up? Hey, I know earlier in the interview you were telling Mike guy about you need to learn how, attract women, trying to improve yourself, how to attract women.
So he said that again? Hold on, wait. Speak up a little bit, because I'm not hearing you too clearly. Go ahead. What are you saying?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I remember in the chat you were telling Mike how to you need to improve yourself and how to attract women.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to ask you, so what are ways you improve yourself and how to attract women?
You said, what are some ways to improve what?
Improve yourself in order to attract women.
So you're saying I'm having a hard time hearing you. You said, what are some ways to improve your what?
Improve yourself to
improve yourself to attract women. Okay, so basically, is this, and this is what guys got to understand, is that a lot of what's going to improve, what's going to help you improve, and because I always say you got to build yourself up. So what does that mean? That means that you have to do things that is going to build your confidence, that's going to make you understand your value, and then so therefore you create yourself into the type of guy who people want to be around, who women want to be around, and all this other stuff. So for example, let's say for example like for example, somebody was asking earlier about lowering your standards, right? If you're at a bar and let's say it's late or whatever, and you see some chick, but she's like mad whack, you're like, oh, she's terrible, but this chick is trying to fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? She wants it. She wants the D, right? Now, what's going to build you up is if, even though you're horny, you say, you know what? I'm not going to fuck with her because she's below my standards, right? Just by doing that, what happens is that you basically tell your subconscious that you want better. You understand what I'm saying? And that you deserve better. Right. So when you start talking to other women who you think are better, you see as better, right? You'll start to interact with them in a way where you'll start to attract those women because you built yourself up to be the type of guy who is going to attract better. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot about your actions, because your actions are always going to tell your subconscious certain things about you. You understand? So this is why I'm saying you're building yourself up. So this is why I tell guys not to lie. Because if you're dealing with a girl and you feel like you have to lie to get her, what you're doing is you're telling your subconscious that, look, I ain't shit. You understand? So I got to lie to a chick in order to get her to like me. So what happens is that when you tell the truth and you're just being honest, you understand, with yourself and with other people, what you're telling yourself is that who I am is enough. You see what I'm saying? And then so what happens is other people and other women, when they're dealing with you, they're going to see, oh shit, this guy is on point they're going to see you're on point because you told yourself that you were enough. So for example, the reason why you're even on the call with me now, right, is because I built myself up as Mr. Locario to do the things I've done to be able to get the audience I have to be speaking to you now. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm
Yeah,
able
good
to
point.
have the conversation with you right now, literally right now, because I built myself up to become this guy. You see what I'm saying? So you're saying, oh, let me call Mr. Locario because I got a question for him because I see value in him, and this is why you're calling me. So if I'm saying, damn, how do I get people to call me and ask for advice about dating and relationships and build this business to, support myself and my family, I had to first start with myself to build myself up to be that guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then now I'm attracting people who want the advice that I give. You see what I'm saying?
Right, good point. Right.
So that's what it is. You see what I mean?
I get what you're saying. So basically, I just gotta kind of like improve what I'm already doing in a way.
Right. So you got to spend time. You got to spend time on yourself to actually, be authentic with yourself. Understand that you're valuable, so that you'll understand what confidence is, so that you'll build that confidence. So when you start talking to girls, what's going to happen is they're going to feel that energy, because you have to understand that the energy that they feel is real. You understand? A lot of times, and that's what I was saying earlier, a lot of times when guys, give a girl their number and the girl doesn't call them back, there are times the reason why they don't call the guy back is because the energy they felt when they're dealing with the guy wasn't there. You understand? It's almost like sometimes you might meet somebody and, this is the first time you're meeting them, and for some reason in your gut you feel like, damn, there's something off with this person. Like, you could just feel it off the bat. You understand? Or you meet somebody and for some reason you be like, yo, you could feel that y'all two gonna be cool for a minute, that soon as y'all, you understand what I'm saying? It's an energy.
Like friends in general, though. Just like friends in general.
Right.
You're right, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm kind of glad you brought that part up. I was actually, I called about like 2 weeks ago. You and Steve was on the phone. I actually like a girl. I didn't know what to do, so I got her number. And I was talking to her, and then we just kind of stopped. So you kind of explained basically what you just said, kind of saying what happened. Like we were talking for a minute, then it just kind of slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, because her friend told me she was really intimate, and I was like, she's so intimate, why she just kind of stopped? You know what I'm saying? Like, start communicating. I was like,
Well, that happens, but also too, that happens where a chick will lose interest. And this is the thing that guys gotta understand. Attraction has an expiration date. You understand what I'm saying?
So, I know that. Wow.
Right. So this is what dudes got. This is right. This is why I say, look, if you meet a girl, right, and you give her your number or you take her number, whatever it may be, you got to try to set something up quickly. You understand? Because what happens is a lot of times you meet a chick and then the situation will fizzle out if you take too long. You understand? From the beginning. So at the beginning, when you meet a girl at a bar, let's say you got her number, you hit her up the next day, be like, yo, it was good meeting you last night, when you free, right? So then you get with her later that week or whatever it is. What most guys do is they make the mistake of getting a girl's number, and then they'll say, well, I got to wait 3 or 4 days before I call her. Those 3 or 4 days you waited, the attraction expired. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You see what I mean? And so dudes don't understand that aspect of the game, or sometimes sometimes what'll happen is you might be in a spot, you see a girl checking you out, and you're looking at her, and she sees that you see her checking you out, but then you're so scared to approach her that you take forever to fucking go and holler at her, and now by the time you get up the courage to holler at her, she's not feeling you anymore. You see what I'm saying? The attraction expired. You see what I mean? And so this is why I tell dudes, you gotta move quick. You see what I'm saying? Once you get a girl's information, or y'all go out or whatever, and y'all hook up or whatever one time, then you could chill for maybe like a few days or whatever, and then hit her. You understand what I'm saying? But at first, you gotta get that shit popping, and then keep that shit pushing, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I'm about to let you go, but but as soon as I actually did, I did that, and then it just like I asked her to go out. She was like, "Oh, well, I kind of wanted to know you." Like, we were texting those before we go out. I was like, "Okay, cool." And then she was like, "I can't even go out because it was doing like doing like the holidays, like Christmas and New Year's." She worked at the hospital. She worked like from 10, like you would and get off like early in the morning. And I had a friend. We studied you and the guy, the restaurant meal, I forgot the name. I'm not pronouncing the name, but he was like, man, that girl probably a lot of interest in you because she would have made time to, take her time out and try to, get with me and whatnot. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna let it go. So
Well, that's the thing, man. You gotta move fast with these girls, bro. You gotta move fast with these girls when you first fuck with them. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, man, I appreciate.
I did ask her, but she was like, I'm working that weekend, and another guy asked her. She was like, she had to go out of town with her dad, something like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Charge your ass. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. If she on that shit, just charge it and keep that shit pushing. But always move fast when you first start fucking with these chicks. You feel what I'm saying? All right.
I got you.
All right, bro.
All right.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Peace. Later. Man, you guys got to move fast on that shit, bro. I'm telling y'all. You got to stop thinking, oh, well, I got her number. Let me wait 3 days so that I don't look thirsty. Fuck all of that. You got to move fucking fast, bro. Especially nowadays with the Tinders and the Instagrams and nigga. You got to move fast. You got to, because you got to get that girl emotionally attached to you if you want anything to really go down. You see what I'm saying? Now, if a girl really, really likes you, you know, sometimes in certain situations, if you wait and you hit her up, the attraction is that strong to where it stays, and then you end up getting her. But a lot of times it don't happen that way. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is, bro. You know what I mean? But the caller number 646-481-3901. You feel me? But yeah, you guys got to move fast on that shit. You said, but when you move fast, don't women block you? That's their go-to thing. No, they'll block you if they don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, if they don't like you, they'll block your ass. Yo, what's going on?
How are you, fat bastard?
These dudes, I swear, man. And then you see that's why dudes ain't getting no ass out here, because they spend a lot of energy. They're like, yo, how do I call up Mr. Locario and talk some shit so I can feel good about myself because I'm a fucking loser? That's what they do. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they do. Because you gotta understand, when people start randomly talking shit about you or doing fuck shit, they're losers. You gotta understand that. Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, Locario? This is Sheldon from the chat room.
What's poppin'? What's going on, bro?
Nothing much. I ain't called in a long time, so I figured I'd give you a call.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's good?
A while back, I was looking at some interviews online, just normal talk show guys. Excuse me. And it got me thinking, and I think a good thing guys can do when they go on dates with women is study, the art of interviewing somebody. Like, I think you're good at interviewing people right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you're able to do that kind of on the date and then flip it and make it something sexual, you can kind of push the envelope a little bit better. Because a lot of guys go on dates and they don't know what to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what it is too? You know what it is too? The reason why you have like a lot of dudes who don't know what to say is because they themselves don't know what they want. You understand? And so
exactly.
So what happens is, if you know what you're trying to do, or you know what you want, or you have a certain agenda with what you're trying to make happen, you'll have a whole bunch of shit to say. Because if you're saying to yourself, let's say for example you're the type of guy who is looking for a girlfriend. You understand? You trying to at some point have a family, whatever it is, right? You got a lot of you want to know what this chick like, what she don't like, how she is with her family. You want to know, does she have any kids? You want to know how good she is with money. You want to know a bunch of shit. So you got a lot of shit to say. So the thing is that you can have regular conversation, but also, like you said, you want to mix it in with flirting. But the reason why a lot of dudes run out of stuff to say is because, one, they don't know what they want and what they're looking for, or the type of shit that they want to make happen. But two, they don't talk to enough women. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if you talk to a lot more women, you'll have a lot of shit to say. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I came up with that concept. But a lot of times I'll look at stuff like Conan O'Brien or some of these guys, or maybe even Jimmy Fallon. And these dudes are kind of corny, kind of nerdy. But I noticed every time they would interview women, part of the conversation they would get into it, even though they were joking, would end up into some flirtatious areas. And I was thinking, if you study interviewing long enough and know how to talk to people, it don't even have to be on something sexual, but if you can have an interested enough conversation, you can kind of push it in that area.
Right.
And I think a lot of guys don't do enough game planning where they go out there and like, well, man, I talked a long time and they get nothing. It was like, well, what did you talk about?
But also too,
to help them out.
And also too, it's not even necessarily just about what you say. It's about the energy and the mood of the conversation. Because what a lot of guys don't, and this is where social intelligence comes in, because what you're doing when you're having a conversation is not just words going back and forth. It's also what's the mood or that we're in this situation. Like, is this woman being responsive to me? You understand? Is she being standoffish? Is she nervous? Is she the type that's being manipulative? All of this stuff you got to be able to like read when you're interacting with women. And also you want to be like, okay, if the conversation's going left, how do I move it back to this direction to get it to be more fun and more exciting and more flirtatious? You see what I'm saying? Or you will notice that you might say something and you see that she's like offensive and being defensive about whatever you just said. How do I actually like make it go back into a situation where it's more beneficial for us? You understand what I'm saying? And so,
oh yeah,
that a lot of that dudes just don't like understand how to do that, and the reason why they don't is because they don't go out and interact with women. You see what I mean? And that's what I always tell guys. I'm like, yo, you're gonna learn the best by being out there doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
So and my last quick question for you. Because I watch you and Steve. I know Steve has a Valentine's Day game thing. Mm-hmm. Will you be doing some type of Valentine's Day strategy / game?
I might probably have some sales though. I'll probably have a sale on that day so y'all can get some free stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'll definitely I'll probably put a video out for that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna definitely have something going on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I can go out on other holidays and count on things like New Year's Eve. You can count on a lot of women looking to get it going. You can go out on Halloween and count on to get it going. But I heard Steve and a few other guys talking about Valentine's Day. But I don't know any groups or where to look for that. Are there like singles groups or something like that? Or desperate women somewhere?
Desperate women? you trying to get them Desperate Housewives type chicks? Oh, man. Well, the thing is this. I mean, of course, around Valentine's Day, that's when chicks are, there's a lot of chicks looking and seeing, you know what I'm saying? So, around this time, especially because Valentine's Day is in 2 weeks or some shit like that. So
something like that. So I got to just be out and I got to see him. I got to see that lonely look in their eye, and I got to just go in.
Well, this is the thing, bro. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Just go up to them, holler at them like you would usually do, and just understand that they'll probably be a little bit more open around this time of year. You feel what I'm saying? There's certain women who'll be a little bit more open because there's a lot of women out there that want men, period. But if they can get somebody around this time, it's even more intense and more of a thing that they want to make happen. So you'll probably get way more cooperation around this time of year than usual. So I would say for all you guys out there, try to get something popping, from now. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll feel you on that one.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna leave you on that note. I'm gonna go out this weekend, and that's all I'm gonna talk about.
Right, that's what's
up. You alone on Valentine's Day? Holler at me.
That's what's up, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
All right, peace,
man. Peace.
Later.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that Valentine's Day shit. Chicks be thirsty around that time. So, oh man, it's so funny. It's so funny. Yo, what's going on?
Hello?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
Look, is it Locario?
Yeah, it's me. Who this?
Oh shit, it's VCE. What's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah, so I just had a couple questions. I was in the chat room before and shit, but yeah, like I've been approaching like 25 girls a day, just doing shit like that. I got a girl, got a side chick, fuck girls every now and then, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I'll be in the gym and like I work out hard as shit, and girls, you could tell girls are like looking at me, especially the personal trainers. Like you could tell they're looking at me, and like they like sometimes they'll come up to me and they'll say what's up and shit. But the only issue is that I don't know how to holler at them because I'm like, damn, they're at work. I don't want to get them in trouble, but I don't see them out. So it's like I've been getting stares from them all the time. But like I feel like with some of them it's kind of fizzling out. Like now they don't really look as much. I don't want to feel like I'm creating a story in my head, but I talked to one girl, just said some random shit like, yo, I'm trying to get a job here. And now she's just always in my face, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know how to approach that without fucking their job situation up, or like, you know what I mean? So
And so this is, and these are the women that's personal trainers that work there and all that stuff?
like they work there, and you know everybody's around. It's packed, and like there's a bunch of personal trainers and shit. So yeah.
Right. Well, this is the thing in those situations, right? Where you're going to see people more than once, like you're going to periodically see these people. You don't really have to rush anything. You understand? Just be very like cordial and regular until you sort of get to know the people. You feel what I'm saying? And then once you know them, that's when you go in and try to make something happen. So, for example, those personal trainer women or whatever, you understand? Since they're personal trainers, go up to them and ask them a question about personal training. Like, yo, I'm doing these workouts over here. Do you know the best way to work on my, whatever? You understand what I'm saying? And then so they'll you know what I'm saying? They'll sell you some shit and you'll be like, yo, my name is so-and-so. What's your name? And then you already know the girl's name now. You know what I mean? So now the next time you see her, you'd be like, yo, Stephanie, what's good? How you doing today? You know what I'm saying? So now y'all are on a name-to-name basis. You see what I mean?
Right. I see what you mean, but would I still get her number while I'm there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. Get her number once you're able to figure out what's going on with her. You understand what I'm saying? So, and this is what I'm saying. This is a different type of. This is the long game, meaning that let's say Stephanie, you say to her something like the second time you see her, right? Oh, and you could go to in my book on chapter 5. I talk about how to make this shit happen, right? But what you can do is you see Stephanie, let's say you ask her about that shit about, hey, what type of workouts, whatever. She tells you, you know her name now. Second day you see her, hey Stephanie, what's up? How you been? Like, how was your weekend? Then she'll tell you about her weekend. You'll be like, oh yeah, I did this, and then you keep that shit pushing. Now, all you're doing is really getting information, and you could do this for all of the girls in the place and all this other stuff, right? Because Stephanie might say, hey, what'd you do this weekend? She'll be like, oh, I went to the movies with my boyfriend, and we saw. So you see what I'm saying? So now you know she got a boyfriend. You see what I mean?
Now she's probably like trying to get me away.
Right, or she could actually just have a boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? So then you don't gotta bother with even dealing with Stephanie anymore. You see what I'm saying? So and the reason why I'm saying that is because, and the reason why I'm saying do it this way a little bit slower in those situations is because you're going to see these women already anyway. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
What you're doing is you're finding stuff out, but you're also gauging how interested they are in you in this situation. You see what I'm saying? So there could be another girl you talk to the same way. You could tell from her body language or how she's talking to you that, okay, this girl looks like, like she's interested. So the second time you see her, you could be like, yo, listen, you could say, what were you up to this weekend? Oh, I just this and this and that. Be like, listen, this weekend I'm going to be going to do this. We should, get together and you could come through with me or whatever. Let me get your number, or here's my number. You see what I mean? But all you're doing is you're becoming social, you understand, with the people in the situation. So I would say don't even just talk to the girls, talk to everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Get to know everybody so that when you do talk to that girl or any other girl in the gym or whatever, you're the guy that everybody just, knows and is cool with, instead of it just being some random dude approaching me while I'm working out or whatever. You understand? Like, she sees that you're cool with everybody else. Like, I used to work in a gym. So this is what I'm telling you, where I had a guy that used to come through, and this dude, and I saw him do this, he would always, he'd come through, there'd be new women in the gym, he'll talk to them about some shit, he'll be like, he'll introduce himself, and then he'll see them probably like 2 or 3 other times, and then the next time I see him, he's all up on them and they doing some shit. You see what I'm saying? So since he knows, right, since he knows he's going to see them again, and or that he's periodically going to see these people, he ends up saying, okay, well, look, I'm going to just get to know what's popping off in this situation, and then see who's choosing. Based off who's choosing, then that's when I'm gonna make it happen. You see what I'm saying? Because in those situations, what you don't want to happen is this: you don't want to blindly just be hollering at this person, that person, that person, because in those situations, you don't want to create an atmosphere where there might be another girl you're trying to talk to, but she sees that you're just kind of like, all over the place with it. You feel what I mean? And that affects your game in the whole situation when you're trying to deal with the chicks in that area. You see what I mean? Because what you got to understand about women, just in general, is that sometimes even if a girl likes you, because she doesn't want to necessarily be put on display, she's going to reject you even if she wants you. This is why a lot of times when you talk to girls in groups and you want that one girl, it's best to sort of pull her to the side away from her friends a little bit before you try to get her number or do whatever, because she may want you, but because she's in front of her friends on display, she's going to act a certain way. You see what I'm saying? This is why, and this is another reason why, because dudes always ask me, they're like, oh, why don't you do these videos of infills and, you know, or post up a whole bunch of pictures of you with naked girls on your Instagram and all this other stuff. And part of it is because women like to fuck with guys who are discreet. So if I'm chilling with a girl and I'm like, yeah, hey, what's up? I'm Mr. Locario and I'm a dating coach, and, you know, she goes online and they all fucking Google you and she see a whole bunch of ass in my face, she's gonna probably be like, let me not fuck with this guy. You feel what I'm saying? Because he's gonna put me on display. You feel what I'm saying?
That happened to me in college, yo.
Right.
I did that shit.
Right, exactly.
I talked about it with some people. I didn't even tell a lot of people. All of a sudden, I was fucking with the athletic trainer, and she was bad as shit. That fucked everything up. She was just done. Like,
that's what I'm saying. So chicks will fuck with you, but it has to. You want everything to sort of flow naturally. You see what I'm saying? And so when you're in that gym and you know you're going to see this girl, like if she worked there, she's a personal trainer, you don't want she may want to fuck with you, but then let's say she doesn't want all her other coworkers knowing she's fucking with someone who's a customer at the gym. You see what I'm saying? So you want to do your thing, but keep it low key. And this is how you do it low key, is you know, sort of get to know them a little bit. And then you go in after you see that they choose and they're making it happen. You see what I'm saying?
That's all right, I got you. Shit.
Yeah, man.
But will it fizzle out? Because I've been there for like 6 months. 6 months, and they were looking at me and shit. I talked to the one girl. Like, I say what's up to her every now and then. But, you know what I mean? Like, will it fizzle out? Did I fuck it up for being there for that long? And not
well, you never really talked to that. You never really talked to that many people there, did you?
Not really. I mean, people would come up to me and be like, "Damn, like you're going ham," like you know what I mean? Because I box and shit.
Right. Well,
so
just
start talk to me for a little bit, but then I'll just go back on my grind and I'll just be, you know what I mean, zoned in and just working out.
Right. Well, all you need to do is just start talking more. Like start talking more to those chicks in there that you want to holler at. You see what I'm saying? Either is somebody, a chick that worked there or a chick that's part of the gym. You start becoming familiar with them. You understand what I'm saying? So once you start becoming familiar, so it could be even a chick that works out in the gym you see all the time. You just, you know, see her, ask her a question. Hey, you know, so you can indirectly approach her and say this thing. You understand what I'm saying? Feel her out. The next time you see her in the gym, hey, what's going on? How you doing today? Now she knows you. As soon as they know you, then it's easier for you to really pick up and make it happen. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes what'll happen is, and I seen this happen with the guy I'm talking about in the gym I used to work with and working. I saw one time he walked in and he was doing, some push-ups or some shit. And this girl comes in and she comes up to him and she's like, oh, hey, what's up? How you been? Blah, blah, blah. And so he got the girls coming up to him now. So now imagine you got the girl coming up to you and she's like, oh, hey, what's up? How you been? Blah, blah, blah. And then now you can just be like, yo, what you up to next week? Let's get out. Let's make something happen. You see what I mean? Now, that's going to yield you better results than if you would have just came up to her cold in the gym. She don't know you from nowhere and you just like, yo, what's up? Let me get your number. You know what I'm saying? It's like she might give you the number, but at the same time, again, she's on display. You know what I'm saying? She's in the gym and she's just like, who's this fucking guy? You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You see what I mean?
Right. I was thinking about flirting. I was like, good thing I talked to you, guy. I would have flirted with one of them, and I would have fucked the whole shit up. So.
Right, and it's not wrong. It's not wrong with flirting with them, but what I'm saying is that in general, you want to, and this is what I'm saying, because you're always going to be there. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to cause a situation where it's awkward in there. You understand what I'm saying? So right, you see what I mean? And so that's the thing where you want to be able to. It's almost like this. It's almost like you want to be. It's like, let's say if I went to the gym and I went to your gym, I shouldn't be able to tell that any of the shit you're doing is going on. You know what I'm saying? Meaning it should all just flow naturally. So it should be like when I come in and I see you talking to a girl, it should seem like y'all knew each other for years. You understand what I'm saying? And so because of that dynamic, when you do holler at a chick and you say, yo, we should get together and, hang out and do this and do that. You feel what I mean? Because you know her already, and let's say she has a boyfriend but you didn't know that or whatever, or she's just not interested. Because she knows you already and everything is cool, when you come back the next week, right, and see her again, you just say, oh, hey, how's it going? What's up? And you still be cool and cordial to her. You see what I'm saying? So that is nothing.
Right.
But if it's like, if you just came through randomly and just was running up on some chick in the gym, and because this is the thing with chicks in the gym, they'll be so, especially the ones that's working out, they be all focused on their workout and fucking acting like they don't want to talk to nobody and all this other shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah.
A lot of them will be on that shit, and it's because they already know a lot of dudes be checking out their ass and doing all that goofy shit, so they're already self-conscious, and so they don't want to, you understand what I'm saying? So if the girl is already like familiar with you, it's easier for you to, you understand what I'm saying, make that shit go down. You see what I mean?
All right. Damn, I'm nervous to do this shit. I feel like, damn, if I fuck it up, it's a wrap.
No way, you can't fuck nothing up. Ain't nothing to fuck up.
I want to try it, but I know sometimes, because you're going to lead to my next question, my last question.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the other day, like, I went out, like, now I have no problem talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is straight. I'll approach anybody. I don't give a fuck, right?
Right.
But sometimes I'll even test shit out. Like, I'll be like, all right, some people, for some reason, I'll be talking to them. The vibe is right. I feel fine.
Mm.
And they looking at me like I'm creepy and weird. I'm just like, the fuck is wrong with these niggas? Like, the other day I approached these girls. I was just talking to them. The guy was like, yo, hook me up with so-and-so. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try to hook you up. I talked to them for a little bit. And I realized the one girl was being mad mean for no reason. So I was like, whatever, let me just play around with them. Like, fuck it. 'Cause I remember you said you would flirt with a girl on purpose in front of her friend. Like, you would just say some wild shit. So I was like, all right, let me just say some wild shit. So I told her kind of like, yo, I'll tear your pussy the fuck up. Like, I was trying to like, yo, sit on my face and shit. And like, you could tell they were kind of like testing me and shit. Like, her one friend seemed like she was cool as shit, but her other friend was mad mean and shit. Like, well, my friend can't sit on your face and shit. So I just walked away like, all right, cool.
Right.
But then when I walked back to talk to some other people, it was like they looking at me like I'm weird. Like, you know what I mean? It's like weird. Like, I don't understand why that type of shit happens. Like,
well, that's because
I was being cool, calm. I didn't show any emotion or nothing. I was just going up to people, talking to them. You know what I mean? And that was pretty much it. The one shorty was trying to make something happen that night, but I had to go home.
Well, that's the thing. You can't worry about what anybody's thinking about. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if a girl's being mean or acting goofy, then keep that shit pushing. Don't even give her. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't. You understand something, man. The way that people are gonna act and react, you understand, is based off of them. You understand? At the end of the day, it really has nothing to do with you. So worrying about it, it don't even matter. You understand what I'm saying? So you just gotta do what you want to do your thing, and the chips is gonna fall where they may. You understand what I'm saying? And then you just keep that shit pushing.
Right.
You feel me? Like that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I wasn't concerned about it. It was just that, like, you know what I mean? When I walked back to talk to the other people, it was like, then the energy was like weird, like, oh, he got rejected. Like, you could tell. I was just like sitting there like,
yeah, because the reason why they're acting weird is because they have fear in their heart. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta understand something about a lot of people out there. Look, most people don't got the balls to do what you did. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So they're embarrassed for you because they feel embarrassed. They feel uncomfortable, which is why they're looking at you that way. You see what I'm saying? That's all that is. You see what I mean? So you gotta understand, like, there's people out there who, they don't have any balls. They don't take risks. They don't do nothing, and they're scared to do shit. So when somebody like you's doing something, they can't even. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that shit. It's just like, that's them. So don't worry about their reactions. Their reactions is all about them and how they're feeling and their own insecurities and fears and all that other shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all that is, man.
This nigga was hollering at this girl and she kept turning him down. And like, you could tell she was feeling me. Like, we even got into a little argument, but she came up to me afterwards. Like, she's like, yo, you want to chill after? Like, you trying to smoke and shit? I was like, this bitch is trying to fuck. It was like 3 p.m.
Right. So I mean, that's what it is, bro. But yo, I gotta get a few more of these calls, bro. I appreciate the call, man. All right, peace out.
Thank you. Yep, bye.
All right, let me see what this is. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Locario, man? It's Kevin from Dayton.
Kevin, what's going on, brother?
Man, what's going on, man? I that one guy that keep calling in, man, talking about. He said that the game, you trying to sell the game to some chick.
Right, right.
Hey, man, it's not even about salesmen. Hey, the women are trying to sell themselves to us.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell him. That's what I'm trying to tell him, bro. I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, you got to look at the game differently. I said, if you look at the game differently, you know what I'm saying? So he don't understand that. You know what I mean?
Right. You're not trying to sell yourself to that chick. The chick is supposed to be trying to sell herself to you.
Exactly.
It's like you see something on the shelf and you go over there and it attracts your eye. Mm-hmm. And then you go over there and read the ingredients. Mm-hmm. And that's about when you talking to that chick and seeing if she ready for you. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like the ingredients, you put it back on the shelf. Right.
Exactly. That's
yes.
That's what I'm saying. No, real shit. Real shit. Nah, real shit. That's what I'm saying, man.
He just doesn't get it, man. Hold up. He just doesn't want to put the work in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of guys are scared because they don't want to put the work in because they're scared of failing. Mm-hmm. Guys got to get out of that failing mentality.
Right.
The only way you gonna get good is talking to women, man, is practice, and more practice.
Right. Real shit.
And
and that's the thing. I was gonna say that, you know, the whole thing is like it's all dependent upon how you approach the game, because the thing is and this is why I talk about manhood, because as a man, what you're doing is when you're interacting with women, you're vetting them to see if they are good enough to fuck with you. You understand? Yeah. So I'm not trying to get the girl to like me. I'm trying to see if I like her, which is why I'm up there seeing what she's about. You understand? So that I can say yes or no. You see what I mean? Because dudes they get so caught up in thinking that, oh, well, I got to present myself a certain way for the girl to want me. It's like, no, you have to be able to see if this girl is good enough for you. But again, you're not going to be able to do that if you don't have anything going on for yourself. If you don't have a purpose, if you don't know what you're trying to do in life, if you don't have a direction, if you don't understand the things that you want and the things that you're trying to make happen, that's why it's hard for guys to get the girls, and that's why they feel like they're trying to sell themselves to the girls, because they're saying, well, look, I want this girl to want me so I can feel validated. You understand? So I can feel like you know what I mean? So it's crazy. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah. You don't have to validate yourself to no woman. Mm-hmm. You are the prize, and that's what you have to understand. Mm-hmm. And this is a good key too. A lot of guys talk about the looks and the status and all that. Mm-hmm. Look at some of the guys that are real handsome, that's considered handsome in the industry, and actors or whatever. Mm-hmm. Check out the chicks that they with.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They're not that cute.
Right. It's true. It's true.
Like Shamar Moore, this dude supposed to be, you know, one of the handsome guys in Hollywood. They showed his girl one day on TMZ. Mm. He was getting into a Hummer with her. I'm like, this is the average chick. I just thought she get closer.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The chick didn't look like nothing. Because a lot of them guys, they may be handsome, but they really don't have no game about them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They living off their status.
Mm-hmm. Right,
and they
that's
ain't
true.
lasting for so long. So that's why you see guys that's, you know, in that type of realm, they go through so many women. Mm-hmm. Because they can't keep one.
Right. And you know what's funny? Sometimes what happens is that you'll see a guy, one of these famous dudes, where they'll have it's a regular chick, but the reason why, and even not even just famous guys, but some other guys you can see who might have just a average looking chick and, you know, just a regular chick, because when you start dealing with more women, you start to realize that what a quality girl is a combination of things. So it's not just her looks. So that girl who might be a 7 in looks, you understand? She brings so much other shit to the table. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Versus you got a girl who's a 10 in looks, but she ain't got nothing but her looks. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what also happens.
A lot of guys out here. Hey, quit looking for that 10. Get you an adjustable 7.
Right.
An adjustable 7 and a 3/4.
Exactly, right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, real talk.
Those type of chicks can be made up to be a 10 at times or a good hard 9. Mm-hmm. But again, like you said, Locario, they have other qualities besides their look.
Right. Exactly.
Because a lot of pretty chicks don't have a personality.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's facts.
They live off of that look. So they don't have to have any more than just their look. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's why they can't keep a man, or they'll find the simp dude that'll put up with that nonsense.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That dude was trying to buy him.
Mm-hmm.
And one point I wanted to bring out, man, it was bothering me, man. I was looking at some of these so-called dating coaches online, and this one guy, he talks real hard. I don't want to use his name. And then, the other dude, they rub his hands together. These dudes said one day they went out and tried to talk to women, cold approach.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't getting the results that they wanted.
Right.
And they said they felt kind of funny. They felt kind of that they lost their self-esteem a little bit because the chicks weren't going along with their program. Yes. And I'm like, hold on now. You're supposed to be the alpha males and the bad dudes. Exactly. And they talk about, well, I don't want no chick to put me down. Life itself is hard enough. Hey, man, get out of that. Man, I almost passed out. I wanted to throw my phone on the ground. I mean, this don't make no sense. These guys supposed to be super hard. All this hard. I'm this and I'm that. And you worried about a chick not going along with your program, or so-called what they say, the chick didn't choose you or whatever. Right. Man, I don't care if the chick don't choose me. You got to think in your mind, I feel sorry for that chick. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She don't know what she's missing out on. Mm-hmm. But because I'm that dude. Look, if I'm talking to a chick and she don't want to go with my program, I just shake my head.
Right,
she just don't know what she's missing.
Right, but see, a lot of this is unfortunately, this is the good and bad thing about the internet. The good thing is that we are able to chop up game like this and bring this awareness out. But the bad thing is you got a lot of cats out here that don't know what the hell they talking about, that got a platform to talk bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. Because if you're trying to teach dudes how to get women, and you saying that, well, damn, like, I'm scared to cold approach a girl, or I don't want to go out and talk to girls on the street because I'm scared she's gonna reject, or like that's goofy. Like, how you even do that?
Exactly.
I don't understand that. You know what I mean?
And those guys keep saying, I'm a man of means, so hey, I ain't gotta approach no chick. I just wait for choosing signals.
Oh my goodness.
If you wait for choosing signals, and all these guys that say women to choose them, hey, stop it. Out of 100 women that choose you, I'd say 70 to 80% of them ain't gonna be no bad chicks.
Right. Exactly. Because if that was the case, and that's the funny part, I always laugh about that, is like, if all you was doing is chilling and waiting for chicks to choose you, you wouldn't have nothing to talk. You wouldn't be on the internet trying to learn how to get girls. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You just sit there, sit in the park, you understand, eat a sandwich, and wait for chicks to come up to you. You understand?
Right. Hold up, and who would want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hold up. A lot of chicks that's really bad, they really not gonna do that because they have a high market value. Dudes want them. So dudes that got the game gonna try to talk to them. I'm gonna try to spit that game, but you just sitting on the sideline,
right?
For some chick to say something to you or give you some type of eye contact. I don't need that.
Oh man,
that I got with,
that's
I didn't
crazy.
Even know I was looking at them.
That's crazy, bro. It's funny, man. It's just funny to me when I hear shit like that, man. When I hear shit like that, I'm like, it's unfortunate that a lot of dudes don't understand this game because they're being led astray by a lot of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, guys got to, and this is why I teach manhood, man. This is why I teach manhood. I teach guys, you gotta be a fucking man, because if you're out here, scared, like, because think about it. Think about what it sounds like to be scared to approach a woman. You understand what I'm saying? To be scared to approach a woman. Think about that. If you really think about that. Like, ask yourself, why are you afraid to approach a woman? That's insane.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. You should never be afraid to approach a woman.
Right.
Hold up. Approaching a woman should make you excited. I want to see what this chick is about.
Right.
Is she worthy enough? A lot of times guys got to get into a practice of talking to women and just getting in the process of an interchange of a dialogue with a woman. Once it's almost like playing chess. It's yeah, you play checkers if you want to. That checkers is waiting for a chick to choose you. When you play chess, you out there approaching the chick. That's chess. That's when you get real good. Guys that play checkers don't know how to play chess.
Real talk.
And hold up. And when they try to learn, they get frustrated. So when they get frustrated, what they say? I don't want to play anymore.
Right, right.
I'm gonna go back to checkers. I'm gonna go back to a chick choosing me.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna wait for choosing signals.
Right. I'm just like, my God, man. I don't get it. I don't get it.
And a lot of them guys, they get online and say, hey, a lot of these dating coaches don't show their receipts. Okay, that's cool. If you want to keep that private, that's cool. But when they do show their receipts, oh my goodness, are you really gonna put it on screen?
Yo, but you know,
a lot of the chicks that they show our receipts about, I wouldn't put them on screens. A lot of them chicks, a lot of them empty-minded, and you can just see their demeanor. Oh, that chick easy to get. It's easy to get chick.
But you know what's funny? But you know what's funny about that whole thing is that, you know, when dudes gotta understand that, you know, like that whole receipts thing when it comes to dating. You understand what I'm saying? It's all irrelevant, and the reason why I say it's irrelevant is because you can't show receipts online. You can only see receipts in person. And so I've said this a million times, because I could literally get a camera, right, and get some random chick to pretend to be my girl, and then I'll act like this is actually my girl, and then everybody will believe me because they're like, oh, look at Miss Locario's girl. That's bullshit. Unless you're in front of me in person, hanging out with me on the street, then you'll see what the real deal. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I tell guys. So, this goes to what I was saying about critical thinking, is that you got a lot of dudes out here who they don't critically think about the game, which is why they don't actually have situations going on with them when it comes to dealing with women, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, because they can't even think critically on regular shit. And two, they just take anything and everything that they hear in, and they don't actually, you know, like fact check or try to, you know, say, wait, does this make sense? Is this real? Is this not real? So if you have anybody, including myself, showing you a girl on screen and saying, this is my girl and this is the chick I'm fucking with, or me taking pictures of some chick, question that shit, because you don't know. Yes. You feel what I'm saying? You don't know.
Yes, you have to. You have
to. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah, and all that receipt stuff. Okay, what's a 10 to you? Maybe a 5 to me. Facts. So all that receipt. I want to see your chick, man. Go on with that, man. Hold up. And this is a real key, vital thing right here. There's a lot of dudes on here that really want to be in a relationship. They don't want to go from chick to chick. But you got to get your approach game together so you can weed out the chick that you don't want.
Right. Exactly.
A lot of guys will find a chick that'll talk to them, and they'll try to get in a relationship with them. But that's not really the chick that you want. But you got a scarcity mentality saying, oh shoot, if I get rid of her, I can't catch again. It's gonna take a while.
Right. Exactly.
But if you're good, if your catch game is good, oh shoot, you can break up with your chick on a Monday and have another one by Wednesday. If you good, a chick that you can talk to and go out with on Friday. If you good, that's why you have to. You teaching guys how to never go hungry, because you're teaching guys how to fish.
Exactly. That's what it's about.
A lot of guys, you got to learn how to fish first, man. Again, those guys that say, hey, I don't approach, and see, they can get an audience. They get that audience that's scared to approach. So they say, oh, shoot, I don't have to approach. I can just get myself together and wait on choosing signals.
Right. Real talk.
You wait on choosing signals, man, you're going to be out there by yourself for a long time.
Real talk. And it's funny, too, because it's like, you know, because, see, I know a lot of people watch a lot of different people, a lot of different coaches, and I always tell people, look, you know, watch different people, get stuff from different people. Me, myself, I personally, I watch my dude Alan Roger Curry, shout out to him. Ron Will, shout out to him. My dude Eddie Fuse, shout out to him. I watch some RSD because they got some good stuff, shout out to them. But there's certain people that I do not watch. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I don't watch them is because the advice that they give, you understand what I'm saying? It's not conducive to manhood. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not you know, it doesn't have anything that can help me out, because this is the thing. I watch other people to learn from other people. You understand what I'm saying?
Me too. Mm-hmm.
So even while I'm listening to you, I love when you call in, because when I hear you speak, it's like I'm learning hearing you speak. You feel what I'm saying? So there's certain things that I don't watch on purpose because I know I'm not gonna get any value from that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I just don't watch it. You feel what I mean? So I literally don't watch it. So people will be hitting me up. They be like, "Yo, did you see so and so video?" Nah, I didn't see that because I don't watch that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I promise you I don't. So you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Like, if dudes is giving advice about manhood and being a man and actually standing on your own too and doing your thing and not being scared of women and actually, you know, being about what you're gonna be about. Oh yeah, shout out to my dude Eddie Fuse. Listen, Eddie Fuse. I don't know if I mentioned him, but you know, that's what I'm about. You feel what I'm saying? I don't watch anything that's not about positivity, about manhood, about actually you building yourself up. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know, it is what it is, man.
But yeah, man, these guys out here, man. That one dude that was just talking about, he wait for choosing signals, man, and I just got so upset, man. I was like, I gotta call in a Locario because it's getting out of hand, man.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's starting to make guys scared to approach women because, like I say, and guys out here listening, approaching women is easy. Once you get the game down and think that you that dude, you gotta think that you the king. I'm the guy. Hey, when I step into a venue, I'm the guy.
Right. Exactly.
I'm that dude. I don't care who in here. I don't care if a millionaire in there, a billionaire in there. I'm that guy.
Right.
You gotta have that in your mind, man.
Exactly. Real talk, man. Yo, bro, I appreciate the call, my dude. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, you're always welcome on the show, man, because you spend that real shit. You feel what I'm saying?
All right, man. I appreciate it.
All right, bro. I'm holla. Peace.
All right, man.
Later. Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to my dude Steve the Dean too, man. I gotta keep that mind fresh, people. You understand? You gotta keep that mind fresh. Well, shout out to Mr. Limber. Mr. Limber be dropping some real shit. You understand? Well, let me get this call real quick. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Yo, Mr. L, like, when niggas don't realize, like, choosing signals don't guarantee pussy, like, I never understood, like, why niggas can't grasp that concept. Like, bro, you know how many chicks tell me, nigga, I look good, I'm sexy, I'm this, I'm that, and still be on the BS once you get the number? And what old boy, the last caller said, he's actually right. Like, at least 70 to like 80% of the chicks that be choosing you don't really be that attractive anyway. Like, I can say most of the females that I bagged that I hit that was like dimes, it was all cold approaching.
Right.
The signals, I have some dimes choosing, like, you know, they'll give you the eye and all that, but majority of the time, the ones that step to me or they'll send a friend at me and all that, man, them chicks they be average, bro. And it's like, I never understood why niggas be like, yo, wait for that shit. Like, that shit is, it don't make no sense. Because it don't guarantee nothing. A chick could be choosing you hard and still be on the bullshit.
Right, exactly. Because again, you got to see why a chick is choosing you. A chick could be choosing you because she think you a simp and she thinks she could take advantage of you. So that's why she trying to holler at you. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So dudes got to understand why is this chick choosing me? And again, if a girl's giving you choosing signals, by all means, holla, see what's popping because she's choosing you. But don't wait for the shit though. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you also limiting yourself too. Like, I feel like, you know, now somebody in the comment put, which is I kind of agree with. The only time I feel like you should, if you is gonna do it, like, wait on it majority of the time, at least get a 3 to 5 women rotation of consistent women. You know what I'm saying? And then like be rocking with them. And if they consistent, they on their job. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of. If you can handle more, then go. But I'm like you. Like I said, like I probably could like only. This is just me. Like I can only date probably like 3 to 5 because, you know, I'm on my purpose and shit. So like whatever. But you know, if they want to come on the team or whatever, they bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, cool. But if I have like at least a good 3 to 5 rotations, like, and that's consistent, then yeah, I mean, choosing signals can. It's like I won't be going hard on cold approaching like that because I had that rotation. But that's the only time I feel like you can kind of sit back and just let chicks choose you. But if you ain't got no bitches at all, my nigga, no, bro. You need to be out there playing a numbers game, heavy, like heavy, dog.
See, that's the thing. It gotta be a balance because you know some cats, what it is part of what makes certain dudes don't want to have to, you know, because it's work to go out there and holler at chicks. You understand? So some guys just don't want to do the work. But at the same time, some dudes don't want to do it because of fear. You understand? And so if you're not cold approaching because of fear, then you got other issues to deal with besides just cold approaching. It's just that you got to deal with that fear. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Do you feel like the fear of rejection and failure is a female trait? Like, so.
Well,
when niggas say that, like, they just sound bitch made to me.
Right. Well, I agree. I agree. Yeah, because we got to understand something. When it comes to being a man, right? A man does what he needs to do, even if he doesn't feel like it. You understand what I'm saying? So that goes all across the board. So you may not feel like doing this thing or that thing, but because you're a man and you say, well, look, even though I don't feel like doing it, I'm just going to do it because it has to be done. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's all it is.
True.
That's all it is. So if you're making shit that's happening outside or whatever stop you from doing certain things because you feel a certain type of way, that's not masculine energy. You feel what I'm saying?
And niggas gotta look at themselves as valuable, man. Like it's sort of like when you have a bag of money, like $10 million, and you go to a random person and be like, hey, I got this bag of money, $10 million, I want to give it to you, and that person say, oh no, I'm good. You won't even give a damn. You would just move on and pass that shit to somebody else because that's $10 million. Like, that shit is valuable. You would look at that person like they're stupid. That's how you're supposed to look at women when they reject you, bro. Like, you're supposed to just look at yourself so valuable, dog. It's like, it's to the point where if a chick say no to me, man, I think she crazy.
Right.
Like, you know?
Real talk. That's what it's about, bro. And that's the level of confidence that guys have to have in themselves. But unfortunately, a lot of dudes don't have that because a lot of guys, they think that their confidence comes from how much money they got or how good looking they think they are, or all this other goofy shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's what happens, man.
I don't want to hold it up, man, but yo, appreciate you, and you also put me on that dude Eddie Fuse, man.
That's my boy right there. Eddie Fuse is the truth.
You and him, I love y'all analogies, dog. I was listening to this man, bro. That shit was so. He was talking about, I think he called it digging for gold or something like that. Where he's like the gold be 6 feet under, but he was basically like what you how you. He was basically referring it to like game, and basically like he's saying like the gold is the expert level game that all the guys is trying to get, and he's like, man, you know, but to get to that goal, to get to that expert level game, like you have to like go through a lot of bullshit with these women. So he's like, you know, you're gonna be digging, man. You're gonna be digging. You're gonna get tired. You're gonna be sweating. You're gonna feel like giving up, but man, you gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing, man, because like. You know, if you stop, you know what I'm saying, and you quit, you would never ever reach that limit that you're trying to get. So
exactly,
saying, man, always dig for that goal, man. Like, and I was like, bro, Locario, shout out to you, man. You put me on that nigga. I was like, yo, I found two.
Nah, Eddie Fuse is the truth, man. Eddie Fuse is the fucking truth. Trust me, that motherfucker. Yo, Eddie Fuse is a whole nother level. So all y'all gotta subscribe to Eddie Fuse. Eddie Fuse ain't no joke. Trust me. You know
that's dope, man, for real, man.
That's what's up.
Hey, keep doing you, Locario. Hey, I was in New York, man. I don't know if that was you, man. I was in Red Lobster, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think I saw you on a little date out there, man.
Oh, word? When was this? When was this? Yesterday?
It was like a few weeks ago, bro. Don't lie.
Really? At Red Lobster? No, I was at Red Lobster last night, so I don't know. I thought you saw me last night. Yeah. I don't know if you talking about last night, but I'll be in the city though. I'll be in the city, so you probably seen me out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Locario, well, I see you out there. You feeding them hoes, hey, you feeding them hoes, Locario, my nigga, stop feeding them hoes.
Nah, if you see me outside with some chick, that's either my wife or my girl. If we you know what I'm saying? If we at a restaurant,
Yeah.
you feel what I'm saying?
Hey man, hey, you at it, man. You know what I'm saying? You taught me a lot, man. I want to say I appreciate you, dog.
That's
Big
what's
fan.
up.
And I'm subscribing to that membership too, man. So
That's what's
keep
up.
it
Appreciate
up,
it, bro. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
man.
Keep changing nigga lives, Locario, man. Shout out
Definitely.
to you, bro.
All right, peace out. You be safe.
All right, yo.
Yeah, man. Harry-O, Eddie Fuse is Fuse is Fews, not Fuse. But yeah, make sure you guys check out Eddie Fuse. It's Fuse Fews. So subscribe to him, because he be dropping some heavy game. All right, let me get one more call, and then I'm gonna have to head up out of here. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, this is Chris from Denver. What's good?
What's going on? What's poppin' with you, bro?
You ain't shit, man. I'm just here to crack the code, man.
You say you hit a what?
I'm here to crack the code,
Crack
man.
the code. What's the code?
Nah, and I'm not necessarily trying to call you out, but
Yes, call me out, please. Do it.
yeah, there's a lot of fake, people out there, and they promote their content, and meanwhile, they sitting there really happily married and fucking, they just trying to promote content, and it's like, I don't find that as authentic, I don't think that's not cool. Like and people, and not just you, there's this other person too, like, he's not married, but he's like, he just has nothing for show, like, he just talks a lot of good shit, sounds good, but you never hear, like, you never see him with any women, you never hear a woman in the background, and if anything, it's probably like some paid actresses or some shit like that, or models or whatever. So I want to know, because here's the thing, like, you said you're married, right? And I believe you. I believe you're married, right? There's no way in hell, man. Like, I just can't come to terms that a woman will like accept the fact that their guy is seeing another like girl and shit, and like, and if so, like, this is the thing. How did you make that possible? How the hell did you convince another girl that you're married to, right? You put a ring in her finger. You said you're married. How the hell did you convince her to that you could see other girls? And
Oh man, I thought you was gonna call me out, man. I was ready for Oh man, that ain't calling me out, bro. How long you been watching my channel, bro?
Nah, well, just on and off, like, sometimes when it says you live, it just pops up. I'm actually on your YouTube, but subscribe to.
But
the
right,
YouTube.
but that's what I'm saying. I said a million times. I'm non-monogamous. I have an open relationship. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I do it.
So are you legally married to her? Like, you?
Yes. Look,
married?
you see this ring on my finger? I'm actually married. Yes, I'm legally married, and I actually have a girlfriend. Yes.
So all right. So so you're okay with her seeing other dudes and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's how our relationship is.
And how long you been married for?
For like 5 years now, but we've been together for 13 years.
Oh, so all right. So let me ask you this, right? So what made you like want to marry her? Like, cause she was cool with that? Is that why you was like, you know what? This girl's cool, so I gotta just marry her. Like, she's cool with me.
Well, that's the thing. The thing is this, and I talked about this before. When you are dealing with women, period, right? What you're looking for is women who are going to follow your program and women who are about what you're about. So when I got with my wife, when we were just first dating, and then, we ended up being boyfriend and girlfriend, I said, listen, I want to be in an open relationship. And she was like, cool, that's cool with me. And then that's how we got it popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what I'm saying is, that's all it really was, is that this is what I said I wanted. And that's what happened. So you're saying it like you can't even believe that a woman would actually, because you're saying, I can't believe a woman would do this. No, see, you got to switch your mindset up, and you got to switch how you approach the game, because you have to understand that the game is about you. You see what I'm saying? And so what you're looking for is you're looking for women who are going to follow what you're trying to do. And that's it. That's all you got to do. It's not rocket science. But see, your level of confidence is going to dictate, you feel what I'm saying, how you're going to go about things. You feel what I'm saying? They saying you're the IRS and not to answer these questions. But go ahead, what you say?
Yeah, so I'm just like, yo, like, how the fuck, like, because women, like, at least now, you gotta, especially nowadays, you gotta up the ante and say at least 98% of women. And it's just the women, it's just a natural emotion. They'll get jealous if you, especially if they really like you, they're gonna get jealous.
Yeah, but so, okay, so yeah, so they get jealous, and so what? What does that mean?
And then they'll want to leave you or whatever.
No, like and that's the part you don't get, bruh. This is why I be trying to tell you guys. Look, let me tell you something. The more valuable you are, you understand? Listen to what I'm saying here.
I'm listening.
So you will get this, okay? Right? The reason why you'll have women who will leave you at the drop of a dime, or women who will just be on some wishy-washy shit, or women who will be, you know what I'm saying, giving you a hard time and all this other stuff, is because they don't see value in you. You understand what I'm saying? If they see value in you, they're not going anywhere. You understand that?
Oh, okay. I see what you mean, like the rapper status type shit, like, you know, celebrity, whatever.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with you being a celebrity, because you could be a celebrity who ain't got no game and chicks will still not fuck with you. They'll leave you left and right. I'm saying that when a woman sees value in you, you understand what I'm saying? She's not going to leave because she sees the value. She understands the value. So what happens is that when you're with this girl and you're like, oh, well, you know, I want to get with another girl, right? The only reason why she'll give you a hard time is because she's looking at you and she's saying, well, damn, this guy isn't valuable enough to me to where I'm going to share him, where I'm going to be like, you know, whatever. But when a woman sees you as valuable, she's like, damn, you're on point. So even though I'm jealous sometimes, or even though I feel a certain way sometimes, because you're so valuable, I still want to be with you. Period. You understand what I'm saying? And then you know, it starts with you seeing value in yourself. So when you called up, you said, oh, I don't understand how this is possible, blah, blah, blah. The only reason why you're even saying that to me or even having that question is because you don't see value in yourself. Because the thing is this, we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So therefore, you're seeing the world based off of how you feel, which is why you can't understand why this would happen. You see what I'm saying?
No, that's not true. It's not that I don't see value in myself. I'm just basing it off of literally the woman emotion, you know, because that's just natural. If you just want to talk about natural women emotion, they will be jealous if you're with another person.
I'm not saying that they won't. But you're asking me, how am I able to make it happen? I didn't say that that they won't ever get jealous. This jealousy happens to in those situations sometimes. What I'm saying is, it's still there. They're still there. So what I'm saying is, again, if you were in a situation, right, where this was happening to you, right, you would understand. But because it's not happening, you're thinking, oh, this is impossible. He's got to be lying. This is crazy. You understand? That's what it seems like to you, because it's like this. It's like if you're in a fucking third world country, you understand what I'm saying, that has to walk a mile to get a bucket of water. You understand? If you go to that country and tell them, yo, listen, I fucking wipe my ass with water every night, they're not gonna believe you. You understand what I'm saying? Because they didn't experience, they have no experience with that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying to you. Because the experience is not there, that's why you don't believe it. But this is what I try to teach guys. I try to teach guys to build themselves up, to build that value, so that you'll be able to experience shit like this. You see what I'm saying? But see, you're concerned about the woman. You're concerned about what she's going to accept or reject. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you're not getting to that level. You have to get to the level of, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is the type of guy I want that I'm being, and then I'm going to attract women who want to fuck with me based off of where I'm at and what I'm about. That's it. I'm telling you, it's not really it's not really that complicated. You understand?
I hear you. So those actors. So you don't be having like paid actresses and shit like that you know, models and shit. You don't do that, right?
Paid actresses for what?
Like, I guess, like, you know, take pictures with them. Like, yo, get in my picture.
No, I don't pay actresses to pretend they're with me. I have actresses on my live stream because I'm saying we're talking to a woman. Like, I don't get on the live stream and say, yo, this is my girlfriend and this is my wife or this is my boo. I don't do that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You understand that?
Yeah, I'm like the what do you call it? I'm the PUA police, man. I'm just trying
that's what, first of all, I'm not a PUA. Second of all, you can't, and this is what I'm trying to say. If you look, you gotta think critically, guys. This is why I'm saying it's so important for you guys to think critically. You have to think critically, bro. Let me ask you a question. How would you know if any girl I have on this screen, like let's say I'll bring a girl on the screen, how would you know that girl is my wife or girlfriend? How would you know?
If she's your girlfriend?
Like, how would you know?
If you say so, if you say this is my da-da-da.
Okay, so if I bring a girl on this screen and I say this is my girlfriend or this is my wife, that means it's true?
Nah, yeah, and that's the whole point of me trying to, you know, call people on it, because a lot of people.
But that's what I'm saying. How would I'm asking you a question? How would you find out? How would you know?
I wouldn't know.
Exactly. So there's literally no way you can know ever. This is what I'm trying to tell guys. So what I'm saying is, when you're focusing on that, you're wasting time. This is what I'm saying. This is why dudes can't get girls, because you're busy worrying about, oh, is this girl on the video his girl? Is this girl he took a picture with is his girl? And I'm like, bruh, what are you doing for your situation to get women? You see what I mean? And that's why you're not getting girls, because you're focused on other shit that don't pertain to nothing. You see what I'm saying?
That's not a fact. I get plenty of girls. I get plenty. I actually watch you just for entertainment. Like, I think you're mad funny and shit. The people that call in is funny and shit.
See, I'm not even that funny. So if you watch me for entertainment, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is this, is that you have to, and this goes for anybody, you have to focus on, because look, the information I'm giving out on here, that's for you guys to take and run with it and do what you got to do. You see what I'm saying? So when you're saying you're the quote unquote PUA police, what is that doing for you when it comes to you getting girls?
Yo, bro, I'm happily married, bro. I'm married myself. And,
nigga, you talking about you married? Get the hell out of here! What you talking? You ain't married.
I am married. I could tell you. I could tell you my Instagram right now. You look it up. I'm married, bro. I got a kid and all that. But
so what are you talking about? So what are you calling in talking about all this shit? What are you talking about?
What?
I said, so what's the point of you talking about all this stuff then?
No, like I said, I just watch you for entertainment. Like, I just watch you. Like I said, me and my wife be getting a kick out of your videos. Like, you find it mad funny. But
oh, man.
You don't be agreeing with everything you say. And then she actually told me to call you and ask you, like, yo, there's no way he's with a girl that's cool with him being with being in an open relationship. There's no way. She told me to call you. So like,
wait, hold on. So she said she told you to call me. I'm not even gonna get into that, but so you're saying that your girl said to you that there's no way that I could be in an open relationship, right?
Yeah, she was like, yo, call in that show, man.
No, I want to prove this is what I'm saying. What I said earlier is that we see the world not as it is, but as we are. So basically what she's saying basically is she could never see herself being in an open relationship with you. That's what she's really saying. You see what I'm saying?
I like how you pulled that on.
No, I'm telling you the truth. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So she,
because he does get jealous and shit.
exactly, because what I'm saying is, if you went up to her and say, "Yo, let's be in an open relationship. I'm gonna go mess with these other girls," she'd probably leave you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I gotta get to your level, man.
No, I'm just saying. Oh man, you're hilarious, bro. You're hilarious. Oh my goodness, man, this is too funny.
Yeah, I'm about to get off this, but yo, I'm just busting your chops, man. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, and
all right, bro. I'm out with you, man. All right, peace. You be safe, bro. Oh man, dude, is hilarious. It's so crazy, man. That was funny. That was so funny. Shit. Oh, let me turn this off real quick. Shit, I gotta go in a second. That shit was hilarious. But it's funny though, because what's funny to me is that I get a lot of dudes who they just don't get it. I'm trying so hard for dudes to get it. It's like this shit is not that it's not that fucking hard. Like, for example, look, I have a book called How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. How to have sex with 2 women a day. That's nothing. You understand what I'm saying? To be able to have the access to have sex with. A lot of people think that's like fucking in like impossible. You understand? A lot of dudes think the shit is impossible. Hold on, wait, let me see. Wait, K-Zaggin, you trying to call up? Hold on, let me get K-Zaggin to call up real quick. Let me turn back on the Skype. Hold on. K-Zaggin, what's your phone number? What's the first 3 numbers in your phone number? Hold on. Hold on. The caller number is 646-481-3901. Let me just get K-Zaggin to call up real quick. And then you're gonna go real quick. Hold on. K-Zaggin, what's the first 3 numbers in your phone number so I know it's you? Hold on. Oh man. Hold on. Let me see what's popping real quick. Let me try to get the Skype back on. Crazy. But yeah, dudes gotta understand that, man. They gotta understand that, once you get to a certain level of game, once you start seeing certain things, certain things don't seem like a fucking like impossible to you. That's why I always when dudes be saying that shit, I'd be like, yo, it's really not that serious. It's not that impressive. It's like, you understand? It's really not that impressive. I'm like, man, that shit is funny. Hold on, do I got the Skype back on? Let me see if I got the Skype back on real quick. Let me see if I got the Skype back on. Man, that shit's funny. Crazy. He said Locario admitted he pays those chicks for interview purposes and their perspective. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, I already told you this. I'm like, yo, the chicks that you see on the videos with me are paid models and actresses. Those professional pictures you see of me on the thumbnails, those are paid models and actresses. Why? Because I'm a businessman. I'm running a business. So you pay people you work with. This is like, I don't understand what's wrong with these cats. Now, if you see me with a regular picture on Instagram, maybe chilling with a girl, that's not a paid joint. That's just me chilling with some girl and I post it up on Instagram. But if you see like a professionally done photo or photo shoot, that's paid. You understand what I'm saying? Like you said, like Whitney, exactly. That's a paid actress. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Whitney. You understand? So that's what it is. So and this is why I be telling dudes, yo, y'all gotta start thinking critically. You understand? Mike, you said why? Mike, let me ask you a question. If you were running a business and you took photos or videos of someone without their permission, they could sue you. Mike, you want to get sued? I don't want to get sued. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why I'll be trying to tell you guys, think critically, be smart. You feel what I'm saying? Mike, you say you thought she was a girl that I hooked up with? No, if she was a girl I hooked up with, I'd have been like, this is a girl I hooked up with. You feel what I'm saying? Shandell, you said you wanted to schedule a 30-minute game session. You hit me up. Send me an email with the stuff filled out. It should be in your email. You feel what I'm saying? Crazy. K-Zag, and you gonna call in? 646-481-3901. If you're gonna call in, I'm gonna do another 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm out of here. But yeah, that's the thing, and this is why I'm trying to tell you guys. Because look, this is why you got to think critically. Because a person like myself, right, who's teaching you game and teaching you how to get girls, could hire some women, pretend and act like that's their girlfriends or chicks they fucking with, and because you're not thinking critically, you're gonna think it's the truth. You understand? And so I'm telling you guys what it really is about. You said, what about Amina Zena? Yeah, Amina Zena, I pay her to be on the joints. Sometimes she does it for free because that's the homie. So me and Amina knew each other for years. That dude said he the PUA police. That shit was hilarious. You said, so that means RSD is fake? No, I didn't say that they're fake. What I'm saying is anything you see on screen, right? You can't take for face value because it's on screen. So meaning if you click a video of any guy approaching a girl in the street, you don't know who that girl is. Meaning before that video came on, he could have had her sign a release form and say, we're going to pretend and act like I'm just meeting you on the street and getting your number. That's what I'm saying. So unless you're with that guy in person, you understand what I'm saying? Unless you're with that person in person, all of that shit could be faked. So therefore, since it can be faked, it's all null and void. You understand that? So when guys are worrying about, oh, the this and where's the proof and all that other shit, you can't show no proof. You see what I'm saying? Yo, who's this? What's poppin'?
K-Zaggin 20, bro.
K-Zaggin, what's good, brother? What's poppin' with you, man?
What the fuck is wrong with these niggas?
I knew you had to call it. So I was like, let me see what K-Zaggin. Because I'm like, what's good?
This nigga, he talking about my girl call. See, I think it's girls infatuated with you. That's what that really is.
Probably. That's
what that really is and shit. He don't know. He about to set up a gangbang starring him and his girl and shit.
Because look, my thing is this. First of all, the fact that he called in because his girl said to call me, that already, I'm like, that's kind of like, what? Like, first of all, because look, I'm sure, because he's in a monogamous relationship, right? So
supposedly, or at least he think he is.
Right. So if I'm in a monogamous relationship and and my girl is telling me to call up some other dude, I'll be like, what you thinking about this other dude for? Why you want me to call this other dude?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And you know what it is? You know what it is? It's because, see, it's a curiosity thing. She's thinking, what is it about this guy that makes these women be okay with sharing him? You see what I'm saying? So
bro, she was in the background playing with her pussy the whole time he was talking to you. He just didn't see it.
Yo, I'm trying to tell these dudes, man. They gotta understand what's going on in this game, man. God damn.
But these dudes be giving themselves away, dog, because he's talking about he the PUA police. Nigga, why you give a fuck? Nigga, you married.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
About a dude who's teaching other dudes how to get chicks. If you married, nigga, why you care?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't, because this is the thing. This is the thing. I think it is too. You know, and shout out to him because I'm not even like trying to get at him or nothing, but I just think it's funny.
Nigga, I'll get at him. Let me get at him. Go ahead, dog.
See you and Miles, y'all just get at niggas. I be trying to keep the shit PG. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, man, because the thing is this is that, and this is what I was saying to him. I say, yo, you know, people see the world as they are, meaning like, you know, he don't understand it because he's never been through it. You understand? So it almost sounds crazy. You understand? It's like, how could this possibly happen? And so that happens when, you know, people aren't in, because even, you know, I've been in that same situation too. When I was younger, there's certain things I didn't know about the game and how women respond and react to certain things that I didn't believe. I'm like, you trying to tell me that a chick is gonna fuck with a guy who's being an asshole to her? That doesn't make sense. And you see, because you've never seen or been in those situations, you're like, it's crazy. But then when you start seeing reality, you're like, oh shit, this is what's really popping off out here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's almost like a Bigfoot sighting. Like, no, it can't be.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And so it's like, I'm just like, dudes got to understand. And again, like, it's so annoying, and I'm so tired of people trying to, because the thing is this, with the relationship and dating coaching industry, and even to a lesser extent or a certain extent the pickup artist thing, it's the only, because look, it's the only like community, or I should say like business, where you can't necessarily, because people are talking about receipts, you can't really show receipts. You understand what I'm saying?
Nope.
You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible.
And the only way to even get semi-close is if somebody's with you. Like, they're actually with you.
Right.
And they're hanging with you.
Right.
And they see that you're talking to chicks that you actually don't know. But even then, you can never really even prove that shit.
Right, exactly. Like, you would have to literally hang out with me for a day going around hollering at chicks to see what's popping. That's it. Because dude, it's so, look, I studied film in college. You understand? I've edited my own short films. I've been doing film for years. I could go outside right now. Well, not right now, it's cold as shit, but I could go outside and holler at a whole bunch of different girls, put it on camera, and hire these chicks and make it look like I'm just going out here making out with a bunch of girls. And they'd be like, oh my God, that's amazing. And I'm like, bruh, it's filmed, bro. It's a thing called editing. It's a thing called release forms. It's a thing called pretending, making fake videos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir.
I could go take a picture with any chick and post it up and be like, yo, this is my girlfriend. Any chick, just some random girl. You can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you're a business person, you could probably maybe show receipts, you know, with a big house and all of that. But again, even with that, I could just rent the house and pretend this is my house. And you see what I'm saying? So,
well, that's what niggas do in rap videos all the time.
Right,
they
exactly.
They rent the houses and they rent the jewelry.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, dudes, and this is the thing, when I do live events and cats come with me after the event to go holler at chicks in the street or at the bars, then they see what it's really about. You see what I'm saying? But
got you.
But a lot of dudes with this whole online thing and the PUA thing and all this other craziness, dudes gotta stay more focused on the actual game instead of focusing on those other things. Because, you know, I like watching those videos for entertainment. It's all good for entertainment. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what I'm talking about is dudes gotta actually apply the game to themselves. If they're not applying the game to themselves, nothing matters. Because you got dudes calling up talking about, I'm married and my wife asking about you. You feel what I'm saying? That means you ain't applying the game. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Like, your wife should not be asking about me, man. That's not.
That shit is suspect within itself. Like,
right.
I would look at her like, bitch, I ain't calling nobody. What the fuck you talking about?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm thinking about him. I'm like, bro, You don't feel no type of way about your girl telling you to call me, and then you actually do call me? Nah, bro, that's not cool. Yeah.
Well, that nigga could be on some cuckold shit. You never know.
Right. Well, I'm like, you gotta talk to your girl, man. That's on, man. So it is what it is. But I just think it's funny. I just think this shit is hilarious, man. But yeah, let me go ahead. What you saying?
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry, man.
Oh no, go ahead. What you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say no. That was it, man. I just wanted to call up because niggas was in the chat room trying to call up and shit.
Right. That's what's up, man. Yo, you guys, make sure you subscribe to KZaggin20's channel, man, because he be spitting that heavy game. You feel what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate you calling in, bro.
All right, look, I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
All right, peace. Later.
All right,
peace. All right, people. I'm gonna get up out of here. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to Stanley Frederick, Martin 79934, Darrell S, Elliot Morris, Unique 79, French, Mr. Alpha Incarnate, Nathan Wong, XXX 3000. What's up in here? Jonathan Camper. Who else is up in here? Mike, JR, King Art 70, Daquan Jenkins, shout out to you. Thanks for moderating. Paul Mann, shout out to you. Who else is up in here? Chief Wildfire, Moharn 83, DV LDN, Darian Combs is popping, top class, Big Stain in the building. What's good, bro? A proprietary, I can't even read that fucking shit right there. Colin, shout out to you. Harry 2, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, K Zaggin, for calling up. What's poppin' with you, man? Shandell Barrett, shout out to you. Who else? Mike Gates in the building. Young K Sue, shout out to you, bro. Moving in silence. Thanks for moderating. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody tuning in. Remember to get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day ebook, hard copy, audiobook. Make sure you guys get that. Click the link below. Also, make sure you get the shirts, the Man the Fuck Up hoodies. Make sure you click the link below. They have orange, red, gray, black, purple. So you got a lot of options to choose from, all right? So that's pretty much it. I'm out of here, guys. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.